Hi there. Thanks again for stopping by. So today I'm going to share a passage with you from the book Stepping Up, 10 Takeaways for Advancing Your Career. You may recall from earlier videos I've covered takeaway number 1, which is take ownership, be responsible, take charge, be accountable, and takeaway number 2, which is take notes. Pay attention to who you pay attention to. All right, learn from the best. Learn from great success stories and role models and mentors, people that can show you the way, so to speak. Takeaway number 3 is take a good, honest look in the mirror. Now, keep in mind the mirror in this case is essentially the cosmic mirror, the universe. What is your life telling you about what you're putting out there in terms of an energy, a vibration? Because the universe is just like a giant mirror. It's responding in kind. So what we sow is what we reap. What we put out there is what we manifest in the world and in our lives. So our life experience is like a cosmic look in the mirror. So pay attention to that. This chapter opens up with a great quote from Henry Ford, which is simply, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So, what does the universe reflect back at you? Stop and think about it. What are you reaping? Now ask yourself, what are you sowing? Do you see the correlation? Are you looking for it? Do you understand the law of cause and effect? Make no mistake, there is a relationship. It is universal law. What we give is what we get. People with abundance consciousness realize that the more we give, the more we have to give. The more we help others, the more others help us. The more we contribute, the more we have to contribute. The more we give love, the more love we have to give. It is a paradox. The more we give joy, the more joy we feel. The more we forgive, the more we are forgiven. We are essentially limitless channels of energy. There is no shortage of the things that matter most. Scarcity is an illusion. Flow is abundant. The amount of success I achieve does not take away from anyone else's success. People with a victim consciousness or a poverty consciousness do not see or accept this correlation. They do not understand the paradox. They do not make the connection between inputs and outputs or cause and effect. As a result, they suffer without any sense of responsibility, ownership, and accountability. They see the world as scarce and go through life with the brakes on. As a result of this perception, they are simply receiving what they are putting forth, which is often very little or very negative. If I have doubt, for example, the world will deliver back to me all the evidence I need to remain doubtful. Thus, it will always appear to be someone else's fault or responsibility. There will never be enough time. There will seem to be no alternatives, but plenty of excuses. Things will never change unless my consciousness changes. I will continue to assume it is up to someone else to solve my problems, which will not happen. A shift in awareness is the only way to break these habits and step up. What do you see when you look in the mirror? And not just the literal mirror, which might reflect back on you lines in your face of a scowl or of a bitterness. Again, the lines in your face can tell you a lot. Those same lines might show you a face of joy, all right, a life of adventure and optimism. What do you see when you look in the mirror, both literally and metaphorically? Right? Because the real key here is to use that feedback all right, to gain insight, to gain knowledge, and to then assess the inputs that lead to those outputs and the changes you need to make in terms of what are you putting out there. I've talked in other videos about the quick coherence technique, that heart meditation, where as we change the vibe that we put out into the world, we experience a very different manifestation, very different outcomes. It's really all about being awake and aware and conscious of that correlation between what we sow and what we reap, the law of cause and effect. So my tip today is take that good look in the mirror and evaluate what it is that you are seeing in your life, experiencing in your life, and step up. Step up. Change the inputs, and the outputs have no other option but to change. Give it a try. I'll see you again.